Very sad karma just hit on Sussex after Meghan's plan to steal Biden's $1.75 trillion completely failed. Meghan Markle's attempts to influence Biden's $1.75 trillion infrastructure plan have fallen short, it was revealed on Thursday, as the president announced he has dropped paid leave for new parents from his bill, just days after the Duchess penned a lobbyist letter pleading for it to be made a national right. The 40-year-old mother of two sparked furious controversy earlier this month when she turned lobbyist by writing an open letter to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer advocating for paid family leave. Meghan's extraordinary 1,030-word letter, which was written on the Sussex's new post-Megxit letterhead, sparked furious controversy, and saw the Duchess accused of using her British royal title to try and meddle in US politics. Some also suggested that she was using tactics of an aspiring politician and adopting a ruthless streak to try and influence Biden's Build Back Better bill. However, her efforts have now been proven in vain after the president announced on Thursday that he has cut his proposals for paid national leave for all new parents from his infrastructure bill, which has been tangled up in Congress for months, in a bid to push it forward. In the letter, which was handed out to several of the Sussex's preferred media outlets, Meghan, who grew up in a middle-class family in Los Angeles, said that she was writing to Pelosi and Schumer not as an elected official nor a politician but as an engaged citizen and parent. And as a mom. In one of the most astonishing parts of her letter, she suggested that her own family was impoverished, even though her father was an Emmy Award-winning lighting director and she was educated at private primary and secondary schools. She painted a picture of humble beginnings and saying that her family struggled when she was young, despite her well-documenting middle-class upbringing on Thomas Markle's $200,000 a year salary. I grew up on the $4.99 salad bar at Sizzler, the Duchess of Sussex wrote. I knew how hard my parents worked to afford this because even at $5, eating out was something special, and I felt lucky. I started working, at the local frozen yogurt shop, at the age of 13. She continued, I waited tables, babysat, and piecemeal jobs together to cover odds and ends. However, Meghan failed to mention the $750,000 California state lottery win her father scooped in 1990, which funded her secondary education at $9,412 a semester Immaculate Heart High School in LA. Meghan also attended a private primary school, Hollywood's Little Red Schoolhouse Nursery, which now costs between $20,000 and $28,300 a year, from age 2 on her father Thomas and her airline steward mother Doria's salaries. She went on to study at Northwestern, in Illinois, which would have cost between $24,000 and $28,000 a year for tuition when Meghan studied there from 1999 to 2003. Meghan Markle has made a huge political move with a jaw-dropping letter to the US Congress leaders. Traditionally, the royal family remains strictly neutral when it comes to political matters. But since stepping away from the firm, Meghan and Harry have stepped into the realm of politics and urged Americans to vote in the US president elections last November. And now, the Duchess of Sussex has made a huge political move with a letter to the US Congress. In her letter, Meghan called on Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Leader Charles Schumer for paid leave for mothers. She wrote, over the past 20 months, the pandemic has exposed long-existing fault lines in our communities. At an alarming rate, millions of women dropped out of the workforce, staying home with their kids as schools and daycares were closed, and looking after loved ones full-time. The working mom or parent is facing the conflict of being present or being paid. The sacrifice of either comes at a great cost. The Duchess of Sussex goes on to say how she grew up on the $4.99 salad bar at Sizzler but remembered how hard my parents worked to afford it. Meghan continued, people in our country work incredibly hard, and yet the ask is soft, for a level playing field to achieve their version of a common dream. What is fair, and equal, and right? What is fair,